It's a very dark night in the city of Yharnam, and beasts roam around to the point where the people need a hero, perhaps, but more importantly, a hunter. Someone who can be very British about it. Why is the text in Italian?
Because that's
You're
the
Italian.
default for this game.
Let me fix that. I think I can actually do that. Yeah, there we go. There you go. Done. There you go. As I was saying, welcome properly to Bloodborne, released in 2015 for the PlayStation 4, and so far nothing else. It's the 10th anniversary of the game, coincidentally, but
Oh wow, I was about to say.
bada bing, bada boom. Let me see, subtitles, blah blah. Yeah, the rest of the settings should be the same as I did last time. Alright, let's start. No beat on the bush, let's start.
Oh, yeah.
I remember people very hyped at launch for this. It doesn't
Yes.
feel like 10 years ago.
It still is basically considered for many
you've come to the
the
right place.
killer app for the PS4.
Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery.
So we start with this fine gentleman on a wheelchair, which tells us a filthy outsider.
Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own.
That in order to become a hunter, we need to perform a specific ritual. But first, in case you were wondering how British this thing is, we literally need to start giving our data in universe to have a license for hunting. I mean...
Also, that's a fantastic hat, sir.
Alright, let's start with the name. And let's continue the Omori team.
Oh, what are we doing?
Um,
had- Oh no!
Basil Brush.
Basil Hunteo, okay.
Let's see, age, young, yes, definitely. Okay, now we can start the origin of our character. This influences our stat, but honestly the description actually makes it more worthy to choose based on that, so ignore the column on the right. So let me tell you what you prefer out of this background for our character. Milquetoast.
Okay.
Milquetoast, ordinary happy upbringing, all attributes average. Lone survivor of Lost Hamlet, high life essence and vigor. Vendor's troubled childhood, suffered misfortune in youth, highly resilient as a result. Jesus. Then violent past, terribly so is the description, rash but stronger for it. Vendor's professional, born specialist, fit for sleuthing or academia. Then military veteran, experienced in war, a soldier with strength and skill. Then noble scion, to a respectable line, with faith in my pedigree apparently. Then cruel fate, face terrible hardship but now confident in your purpose. And then waste of skin, you're nothing, talentless, you shouldn't have been born.
Holy shit!
Bloody hell.
Dare I ask what you
let's-
prefer, Dweebs? Okay, ignore
Let's
the
not
stats.
go for waste of. Let's not go for waste of skin.
I haven't even
Because,
started, the game is bullying me already.
let's go for professional.
What about you, Shiroi? Which of his background, interests you more?
I feel like from the name, either a lone survivor, troubled childhood, or a cruel fate fit.
I
But
think
violent past also sounds pretty good. So
I think Cruel Fate fits also more with the name that we have given to the character. So I'm inclined
no,
to
that's what I
agree
said.
with
Like
you.
these are all based on name and the character that the namesake is for. It's like, yep, a lot of these sound pretty accurate.
This is a role-playing game after all. All right. As for the rest, let me just change things for the character. Young, voice, youthful, sure. Build standard, slim. Rest. In the meantime, while I'm actually customizing the character, Dweebs, would you do the honor and look around on the development of this game? To give the audience a bit of,
A bit of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this game was developed, of course, by From Software with the assistance of Japan Studio.
One of their last major games they handled.
Yeah, before
being relegated to do Knack 2. Poor bastards.
Bro's kind of looking like Sheldon Cooper right now.
It's,
God. I know one friend that actually managed to create the Joker, so...
Oh,
God,
cool. Sorry, go ahead, dude.
Here's one interesting fact. This game has 6 composers.
Yeah, but what's the name? Motoi Sakuraba is not one of them. They actually, did not have him for this, if I recall correctly.
Instead, we've got Ryan Amon, who's mainly known for doing the score for Elysium. Tsukasa Saito, Yuka Kitamura, Nobuyushi Suzuki, Chris Velasco, who's mainly known for doing stuff like Overwatch, and Michael Vandemacher, whose biggest known score is for Punisher Warzone.
Ouch. And unfortunately, through next-gen tradition, each hair is actually singly rendered, so it's not particularly great to look at, but, we work with what we have. If I recall correctly, development of this started when Hidetaka Miyazaki started, finished work on the Dark Souls 1, had instead the team work, the B team work on Dark Souls 2, while he himself started working on this game. And only after this he started working on Dark Souls 3. Okay, color pupils. It's okay, change by 10. Perfect. Alright, let's see. 1 tattoo.
People with blue eyes, just.
I mean, he still could be roleplay and everything, so let's go with that. Over. Expansion. There you go. A scar put between the brow and the eyes. No glasses, although you can have potentially the ones of fucking Morpheus in the Matrix. What if I told you that you were born by the blood? Alright, there we go. I think that's pretty much it, so let's begin properly, shall we?
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin.
I don't remember what this character is called, so I don't know who is he voiced by, Leaves, but unfortunately he doesn't appear after this beginning cutscene. He was supposed to have a slight extended role, and if you tweak a bit, your suspension is belief you can guess it's still there, but it's nothing that is openly declared. So to give a bit of background, just to give you an idea how fucked up this place is, I mentioned a couple of times, but the Yharnamites, as they're called, the people of Yharnam, considered blood so intoxicating that they prefer to, inject the stuff over drinking alcohol. Oh. Hello there.
No, I'm sure it's fine.
Is this how furries actually become what they are? They get visited by the sleep paralysis demon wolf?
They rise from the earth in the pool of blood.
No, they watch Disney's Robin Hood.
Fair enough.
Or any Disney film, really.
Well, that was the first major awakening, Dweebs.
Yeah,
know.
like Robin Hood specifically is noted for that.
The second was Lola Bunny from Space Jam.
And then just the Sonic franchise in
Yeah.
general.
Don't worry about this little fella. This is not your average Five Nights at Freddy's, so these are, despite the appearance, these are not harmful. They're just there to symbolize the fact we accept the blood.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
What a lovely
So,
looking bunch.
we wake up in a place called Yusefka's Clinic, which is appropriately, a hospital. Let's see. Yeah, it was not appropriately decided. This is a location that we'll be able to return later on, so it's not like we stopped clocking, it's there just for a tutorial. Handwritten scroll, seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. So right now we're not equipped with anything, so we just have our fist and the attire that we have, which is a basic one. So let's start by moving forward. The tutorial is slightly similar to the one of the other Souls games, so it's very basically to teach you. The only major difference is that you have a dedicated button for healing, triangle. In this case, instead of having to select manually the healing item. That's because you heal a lot more in this game, and you'll be able to see because... So, in this clinic, there's a beast just chomping on a cadaver, and the game tells us that if you're gonna go further, we need to actually face it. So let's throw our punches and see how it works. That's not a lot, admittedly. Ow.
So we got high, just woke up, and now we're ready to fight, I suppose.
This is the worst trip
Yeah,
possible. Now, ideally, we can actually beat this beast by perseverance, but I cannot guarantee you that we'll be able to do it. I have been playing again the game recently on my own, so I'm not super rusty compared to Dark Souls, so we'll see what happens. The enemies are, notably are also faster compared to the Dark Souls games. This game really wants to take a stance in having everything moving with a bit higher speed compared to the more methodical Souls-like formula. Another important thing, which you might have noticed from one of the earlier blows, is that when I'm actually hit, not all my health is gone, but it goes into a bit of a slightly red tinge before it drops. That is my chance. If I strike the enemy, somehow I recover health with that. So it is possible potentially to have a form of emergency healing. Don't ask me how that works out, but it's one of those, you take it.
Yeah, just take the free heal.
Getting greedy. Yeah, got greedy. I was about to actually defeat it. Oh well. Don't worry again, it's the intended way for you to potentially die to this at the beginning. Especially because it introduces us to another mechanic slightly similar to Demon Souls, believe it or not, because this originally was supposed to be a sequel to Demon Souls. We awaken in a place with a lot of white flowers. And a single house in the mist.
This is how you know it's British, it's fog everywhere.
Everywhere, yes. This is officially the hunter's dream. Okay, let's see. A second, there you go. There is a curious automaton here, an abandoned doll, but obviously she's not moving. I'm sure she's fine, no one of particular importance. There are a set of tombstones here, which will interact eventually. And if I recall correctly here, yes, there you go. These little guardians, the messengers they're called, they actually offer us a property equipment to which we can defend. The trick weapons, as they're called. We have the saw cleaver, which is the one I'm gonna take because I'm the more proficient. I'm more proficient with. the Hunter Axe, which is the more heavy weapon, and the Threaded Cane, which if I recall correctly converts into a whip, but it's not super powerful. So let me get to the cleaver. It's actually the middle, option. Let me see. Equipping it. There you go. Let me just... there you go. The weapons in this work a bit differently. You don't have as much as in the other Souls game, but to compensate that, by pressing L1, they switch stance from a short range to a long range. And the best part about it, you can actually perform the trick mid-combo. So if you wanna be super stylish, you can actually do it. But that's not all, because the messenger also offered me a firearm. It's nothing particularly special now, so we're just gonna get the basic pistol. But later on you do get some weird stuff, although it's worth noting that... there you go. It's worth noting that the guns themselves do not procure that much damage to the enemies, but instead serves to potentially stun them. This is how you parry in this game. If you've seen Astrobot, that's basically how it works. And this... notebook pressure. This the notebook gives us to actually, send messages, classic style, similar to the other Souls-like game. So let's actually... oh, it's closed. Actually, I cannot enter here. Let me see if I can enter from the other side. I don't think so. We're gonna come back to this place a lot anyway, so we'll have time to explore everything as it opens up. You might notice that...
so is this like a central hub kind of thing?
Yes, similar. Again, it's a callback to Demon Souls, which had a similar, location called the Nexus, where, the Maiden in Black, she was called, did help your soul to rest in preparation to go through different places in Ven Boletari, in this case Yharnam. And there's a similar way. In Demon Souls there were Archstones, which use as teleporters. In here, use these specific gravestones. So let's actually use this to come back to Yosefka's clinic and get our revenge on the beast. Again, we'll be able to come back to this, a lot anyway. Here we go. Yeah, these are basically your bonfires, these lamps, but you don't actually have to sit through them. You just need to, by touching them, you'll get transported immediately back to the Hunter's Dream. So, but before actually moving on, if I recall correctly, I can still talk immediately to this door. So let's do that.
Are you out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door.
This is Dr.
I am
Yosefka.
Yosefka.
There you go, that's her name.
The patients here in
so
my
this is
clinic
basically
must
her
not be
clinic.
exposed to
And
infection.
because of a hunt, she's actually tending the
I know
wounded,
that
but
you hunt
for
for us.
precaution, she's not
For our
letting
town, but I'm
anyone in.
sorry.
Keep that in mind. And in case you're wondering,
Please.
Dreams, I urge you to not look
This
up
is all
her
that I can
VA,
do.
because there's a bit of a surprise tied to the character. I'll be able to tell, in due time. As a form of compensation, she gives us a blood vial from her, because again, blood is everything in Yharnam, so blood given to from specific people has different effects.
Now, go.
All right.
And good hunting.
Thank you, Doctor. No matter how much you press, she will not let you in. This is actually very important for something later.
She's kind of doing her job, I guess.
Yeah, poor soul. A lot of the people in Yharnam just want to actually, try to help each other, but the knight is very ruthless to them. And here's what we get, the blood vials. Now, you would think these are just the Estus equivalent, of the game, but they're very, very rapid fire consumables. Like, you might genuinely run out of the stuff, and it doesn't replenish at the lanterns. You have to manually buy them at the shops constantly, so you need to watch out in order to not run out of reserve. The good news is that a lot of the monsters just drop them like candies. Which also means, since this is directed by Taka Miyazaki, the glorious return of ragdoll physics. Whee!
It's never not funny.
That's why they kept it. I mean, why would you remove that? Alright, and by exiting Yosefka's clinic, we reach the proper outskirts of Yharnam. What a lovely place. You might also notice, oh yeah, Quicksilver bullets are basically what we need for our gun, basically. You replenish also those by killing specifically enemies with guns. Those ones drop them like candies. You might also notice the two icons on the top right corner. The one with a current number is our Blood Echoes, which is the experience equivalent, the Souls equivalent. The one down there is more quirky, let's just say. For now it's stuck to 0, but it will go up very quickly, trust me, all in due time. So, Yharnam is structured a bit like your average Metroidvania, as in more so than the other Souls-like games, where you basically start from a remote location, then actually unlock the rest, you know, bit by bit, even with shortcuts and everything. And more so than before, everything is more interconnected. So it's actually very satisfying to basically raise the city in all of these places. Cocktail. Cool. Alright, so let's pull the lever, which actually should lower the... Huh. I wonder what was that. I'm sure it's fine.
Something got stabbed.
Someone stepped on a Lego. A man is falling into the river in Lego Yharnam City.
A man has fallen into the river at Lego City.
Jesus. Alright.
Yeah, and to think that was voiced by Agent 47.
I mean... Anyway, another important thing, when you see these red lamps near a window that is lit, that means someone is actually inside the house and they are willing to talk to us, so let's talk to them.
Oh, you must be a hunter, and not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider.
Okay, this guy is Gilbert. Can you check who his voice by lives?
Yharnam has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to.
This poor guy is sick, so that's why he's not getting out of the house for precaution's sake. Other people do have incense to burn to sway out the beast. It's a small detail, but it's noticeable on the red lamps.
Might be you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place.
He's voiced by Daniel Fine.
Pale blood, you say?
Yeah, that was our goal, seeking pale blood,
Heard of
but
it.
yeah, it wouldn't have been this
But if
easy
it's
if
blood
we
you're
knew
interested
already.
in, you should try the healing
Oh,
church.
the healing church.
According, at least according to his IMDb, he hasn't been in anything since
No varieties of
2018.
blood.
Hmm.
Across the valley to the east of Yharnam lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward.
In terms of video games, the only other one he's been in was additional voices in Lego The Hobbit.
Huh,
Birthplace
interesting.
of the Healing Church's special blood.
I don't know, I'm not sure I want to trust clerics with giving me blood or something.
Yharnamites don't share much with
Oh,
outsiders.
goody. Again, just in case you were wondering again how much British this is, the Yharnamites are not very welcome to outsiders. We've found only exceptions so
Might
far.
be your chance. Across the valley to the east of Yharnam, you'll find the Cathedral Ward. Deep within lies the old main cathedral. I haven't heard of it.
Yeah. Alright, thanks Gilbert, let's move on. Especially because this is pretty much similar to the Undead Burg, where, you know, it's there to, you know, make you sharpen up your bones, basically. Especially because, yeah, the peasants so far are very easy to kill. So far you've noticed that I'm not able to level up just yet, but we will be able to do soon. And here's a bit of a mockery. This is one of the few enemies that actually has a shield, and it's a, you know, wooden one, and the game immediately tells you that it's a very bad choice. So it's the game making a statement on how using a shield is not a really good idea for this game. They will give you the option to do so, but your loss. It also teaches you very quickly that you
that
can
guy
get...
didn't cope well.
Yeah, it also teaches you very quickly that if you do not pay attention, you will get swarmed. So that it's best to actually pick small groups of enemies, bit by bit. And that's one of the reasons why the pistol actually comes in handy. You just simply bait the enemy to come to you. This game still retains, however, the difficulty of the other Souls games. Don't let, what I'm doing now potentially, give you a sense of security, because, yeah.
I don't think these characters know how a shield works.
I mean, again, considering this is more based on Victorian period London, meaning that the medieval stuff had been, passed over, and it was more of a case of, more refined estocks and firearms, It kind of makes sense. Although in this case, outside of the peasants, there are a lot of courses and a lot of statues, jeez. Oh, there's another door. Let's talk to the person inside. Knock knock.
Lazio, come on. You'd open the door and knock.
That's the British welcoming I know and love.
Lazio, come on.
Was that, you're an outsider, peace off. Jesus.
Password?
Swordfish? That always works.
Your mum.
No, piss off.
Alright, let's see if this door works better.
Are you that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you. Trot along, will ya?
Okay, bye then. What a lovely...
We're trying to help!
Yeah. If you don't give... Actually, you know what? I agree with him there. If you don't come round and give me cider, you're not getting anything from me.
What a lovely bunch of these Yharnamites.
We're just trying to help.
You can help by getting me cider.
Please, this is not that Welsh tradition of the horse skeleton demon that raps until one of them gives up and offers the other beer.
Yeah, but I'm not Welsh.
Alright, let's pick up the bullets from this guy with the gun. If I recall correctly, there's another enemy. Yeah, another glorious return. The ambush is from behind the corner. Like, yeah, I don't think I even noticed you, buddy.
There would be some very fucked up sheep if one of these games was set in Wales.
There are fucked
like
up pigs
movie.
in this game, because, still British. So I guess in this case we'll have to be referred as hogs. But no sheep, if I recall correctly.
Lots of carriages though, so any weird horses.
Yeah, we will have a horse boss, don't worry.
Okay, cool.
For all the MLP enthusiasts, you will get your wish. Question mark. I think there's someone banging at that door, but I wonder who could that be.
Someone who's willing to talk to us, maybe.
I don't know, it doesn't seem super friendly. Also, let's pause for a second. Let's not move for a second just to analyze the fact that a lot of these people are roasting around, a very, very big beast on the pike. Jeez.
Yummy.
I don't think they want to eat that. I mean, this is still the night of the hunt, as it's called. Ow. Yeah, that's where the guys with the guns start showing up. Let's see where I can approach the situation. Remember, focus on evasion. Alright, let's go from the other side. I think I remember I forgot if it was, I think it was E3, the event where Sony properly announced this game. The initial trailer was a bit, slightly different from how the final game looks, but it was still getting there, so... Uh-oh. I need to remember a bit the control scheme. There you go. the transformation for the sun gives it a bigger range, so it actually helps. So. Go. Again, the game will try to intimidate you by, giving very big group of enemies, but if you know how to pick and choose your fight, you should not have too much of a problem. Compared to the other Souls games, your character is fairly nimble, by default. There's no such thing as fat equipment, if I recall correctly. So.
But yeah, the game tries to intimidate you. It constantly says it's your fault.
If you
it's
time
the get good aspect.
Yeah, if you time your dodges correctly, you actually are able to actually avoid projectiles, believe it or not. It's not super easy, but oh yeah, and of course we can't forget fucking dogs. Ow.
I was gonna say, that moves so fast I couldn't tell if it was a dog or somehow a dinosaur.
Like a very, very, malnourished dog. Jesus, give it some fucking meat.
Well, at least this is a little bit different than Dark Souls. We actually are living in some sort of civilization.
Yeah, in this case, it's more of a case where we're witnessing the apocalypse happening right under our skin, because this town is kind of used to this event, but let's just say that this night is a bit different from the others.
The Purge.
Oh. Well, I mean, it has some similarities to that, believe it or not, but it's a bit complicated. Oh, another door. Let's see if these people are not an asshole-ish.
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Oh, you poor thing.
Okay, lady, I will excuse you because you clearly sound like you're, under the influence of spirits, but that doesn't mean you're not hurting my feelings.
I could break in there and throw you out the house, so you'll end up as part of this hunt.
Alright, let's not go there immediately. Let's see, going this. Going around, we actually see who was banging behind the door, and
see, we can cartwheel our way and break through solid wood, but we can't get through that door.
It's a very big fella, with a stone. You okay, buddy?
I think he's been better.
Let's see if I can manage to actually parry one of his attacks. Yes, there you go. There you go. When you actually manage to parry an attack, the enemy goes into a, stunned state, and then our character literally, pushes their fist, not even the weapon, properly fist full into the enemy to rip, the enemy inside out. It's very brutal. You can perform this to pretty much almost every enemy, including most of the bosses, but it's not. You have to, manage your timing. Yes, Shiva?
For the most part, I am determined to never parry in video games.
This is actually pretty much not a key it's not as much of a key requirement as, say, Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance, but it significantly helps you. We'll say that.
Yeah, Sonic Forces. I keep mixing up the names. Sonic Frontiers is a little bit like that.
Interesting.
There are some enemies that, it's definitely more useful to parry if you can.
Oh, so it's kind of like in Bayonetta, basically. Well, Bayonetta is more about the dodging that creates the, the time slowing shenanigans.
I think it might just be a bit harder in 3D for me to do it, because I'm not too bad at it in something like Cuphead.
Ow. Yeah, the dogs are very fast in this game, goddamn.
They are aggressive, Jesus.
It kind of gets better a bit in Elden Ring, where before one specific patch at the launch game, one particular set of dogs, I forgot which specific level, was bugged, so that the bleed status that we're inflicting you was, instead of actually giving that reasonable balanced amount of damage it was supposed to, it was designed to potentially one-shot you. So people actually made the meme of this dog inflicts this amount of damage per second.
Did you beat it before patch?
No, which means I did not beat the game, clearly.
How dare you?
Yeah, you did beat the game in its purest original form, brewed forever.
Alright, if I recall correctly, yeah, this actually instead gives me interest in the sewer, but we're not gonna go there just yet, because I'll use next part to go to the sewer, fuck's sake. Let's instead use that shortcut, because up ahead there are a few beasts, and don't wanna really face them right now.
Recently, a certain very spoilery Deltarune boss had one of its attacks fixed.
Oh.
So that was a recent conversation. Yeah, because the hitbox was very wonky. It is the fight, if that's...
Chapter 3 or 4?
Chapter 3,
Okay.
hallway. Sword, hallway.
Yeah, I know what you mean then.
That got fixed, because it was very... The telegraph was off from the actual hitbox.
There are some dogs in the...
But of course all the comments were
oh, I beat
what
it
I said
beforehand. Yes. There you go. There are some dogs in cages, but as you can see, I'm managing to beat them. I don't remember what triggers potentially them to be released, potentially, but if you manage to actually, you know, kill them beforehand, it's for the better. Since, you know, otherwise you would be swarmed. Oh blood deer. The objects that we're acquiring serve for the basic augmentation of weaponry, basically. Oh. Doggy. Away. There you go. Oh.
You're a hunter.
Hello.
Are they also infected or just aggressive?
The dogs are potentially infected, yeah. Knock knock.
I've heard I have. Shutting up indoors isn't
This
always
particular old lady, if I recall correctly, is part of a set of specific NPCs that actually are welcoming you enough, not to let you inside in, but if you know a safe place, and there will be a couple, so far we don't know unfortunately, if you actually tell them about you know, safe places, they will actually go there and open up side quests. So this is basically the game incentivizing you to keep your eyes peeled and to potentially still knock, give you an incentive to knock at every single door.
Admit it.
Grandma, no, don't say that.
We just don't know any safe places yet. We'll tell you when we know where they are. Damn it.
Why are the people here so mean?
I mean, there's a game called Bloodborne. I don't think the vast majority of them are going to be that nice.
I'm literally just a guy.
Yeah, but you know what you did.
Just do my job.
You know what you did now. Piss off.
Let's get
I don't.
What,
I said
help
piss
the
off.
town?
I'm not going to say it because saying it just makes me shudder. But
Yeah.
I know what you did. Look, it would help if you tell me. I've got amnesia, you know. Oh, how convenient. No, I really do. Piss off.
this. What I'm doing basically is unlocking a shortcut. Oh, here's a bit of a trick. Let me see if I can actually equip the torch. Yes, because of course we can actually have that. There you go. There's a guy in a wheelchair, and if we actually don't do anything, this guy actually has a blunderbuss that will actually point against us. You have to... you know, Shiri, people in wheelchair tend to be very deadly in this universe because, you know, because of their condition they get equipped with very deadly firearms, including fucking machine guns. So...
And they can run over your feet.
they tend to be basically function as turrets equivalent. So.
Okay.
Kind of reminds me a bit, I'm pretty sure the second Fear and Blood Termina did took up inspiration from this game, and as I think I mentioned in the past, but the character that is one of the most OP is actually a wheelchair-bound girl because she's actually the smartest in creating stuff like items that are useful and equips some of the more powerful weapons, you know, in terms of shotguns. So. Alright, if I understand correctly, yeah, I think it's a good time potentially to stop it there. Let's just have these as our, you know, soft first part, anything for the time being. So let me use this time to return back to the Hunter's Dream for safety case, in order to save the game properly there. There you go. Yeah, the automaton. Actually, let's use these small minutes because the door is actually open to talk to the NPC that is inside. It will only take us a minute. This fellow chap, also on a wheelchair, this is important because he also has a peg leg, poor guy, is called German, the first hunter. So let's talk to him.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the Hunter's Dream. This will be your home for now.
Why, thank you.
I am...
Oh, we got someone here. Nice.
Oh, apparently he's the host of the dream.
You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good.
I think I heard his voice somewhere else.
You know, it's just what hunters
Alan
do.
Corden.
You'll get used to it. This was once
he's a British actor. He was born in Stockholm to a German mother and a Russo-Finnish father.
Interesting heritage.
And flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you.
What was that about the dog, German?
This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many.
Alright, before ending, if I recall correctly, it's spelled here. To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt at the source of the spreading scourge of a beast, lest the night carry on forever. A couple of details that I love. One of the first things that German tells you is that he's basically a jab at the people who excessively, you know, care about the lore and tell, nah, just go around and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's fine.
Oh. Well, he was music executive of a film called Hearts of Fire. He was a trainer in Gladiator.
Alright, here's the other fun trivia. It's very hard to notice, and we don't have yet the binocular equivalent, but a lot of these books here that are property of German are copies of a specific book that is called How to Pick Up Fair Maidens. I mean, I guess you have a lot of free times to do. Not yet, Shiri, we're not there yet.
Oh, and
not for another game or two.
Pretty much.
And Mr. Cordner was also also had a few roles in the Final Fantasy XIV games post voice acting relocation.
Yeah.
When it all moved to London. Mm-hmm. Up until Endwalker, when it was a hybrid of both London and the US.
Okay, this is actually the shop that you do have here in the Hunter's Dream, where if you need blood vials, you basically get here, first and foremost.
Thorn Trail, I mean, sorry, not Endwalker.
Yeah. But this guy also has sold us the proper hunter set, which is a bit more snazzy compared to the attire that we had. So, yeah, it's definitely better. I know that these specific attires are inspired by one specific movie, Western movie, that has this kind of aesthetic, but I keep forgetting which one it is because I haven't seen it yet. Regardless, this is pretty much it. So, tune in next time as we reprise our hunt in the jolly city that is super welcoming that is Yharnam. See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.